And so, after more than a week of competition here in Loughborough, England, we are down to the final game of the tournament, the IFCPF Men's European Championships final between England and Ukraine. Here at Loughborough University, we're about to head down to the middle of the pitch, the one we've been using all week, here in Loughborough, for the national anthems, first of England and then Ukraine.
Now, please, for the very last time, if you are able to stand for the English national anthem. And now, please stay standing for the Ukrainian national anthem.
Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці, запануємо ми, браття, у своїй сторонці, душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду.
The atmosphere electric, the tension you could cut with a knife. It's palpable here from Loughborough University. The final on the way shortly between England and Ukraine. My name is Oliver Walker-Peel. It has been a pleasure right throughout the week to have your company. That sentiment is true now as we close the curtain on this wonderful tournament. And so to the teams, the sevens that will be out there for both of these nations in their quest for European glory. And the England team is the one we will run through first. And in terms of team news, it is relatively simple. Unchanged from the semi-final win over the Netherlands, the team is in full and as follows. Number 1 is Giles Moore, 2 is Liam Irons, 3 Mason Dunbar, 5 Harry Baker, 6, and he's allowed me to say this, the captain of England, his final game for England, Matt Crossan, 8 Sam Dewhurst, 14 Matthew Robinson. And for Ukraine, they do make a change from their semi-final win. That came against Germany. Out of the team drops Stanislav Podolski, and back in comes Artem Sheremet. Their team in full. Bohdan Kulinic is in goal number 12. 2 is Anton Balakai. 7, the Ukrainian captain, is Vitaly Romanchuk. 8, Artem Sheremet. 9, Yaroslav Chernish. 10, Ivan Danenko. And 14 is Artem Krasilnikov. Both teams line up for pictures. For the final time, Matt Crossan wears the armband. I did ask him earlier today whether I could announce that. He did tell me, and he allowed me to. So the man from Stockton wears the 3 lions on his chest for the final time. He did say, to quote him verbatim, unless anything changes, but once you know, you tend to know. For Ukraine, it's their 3rd European final in a row. They lost to Russia back in 2018. They beat England in 2023. And they have the chance to do that again. Our referee, a big game for them as well, our officials. The man in the middle is Argentinian Dario Rojas. It's an evening that England have waited 2 years for. The opportunity to have a crack on this stage again against the Ukrainians. Ukraine looking to preserve what they have on the continental sense. They're already reigning European champions, and they, tonight, are the hunted. Can they preserve that status and take another win over England? Here's Vitaly Romanchuk sizing one up. It's blocked by Dunbar. Krasilnikov! And pouched by Giles Moore. The first shot in anger is off a Ukraine boot, and does that set the tone? Crossan up towards Dunbar, or Baker, who wins a corner for England off Artem Sheremet. Harry Baker was England's hero against Spain in the final round of group stage matches. Scoring the winner to help keep England's campaign alive. It's Sam Dewhurst's corner. Stood up, back post, Baker! Nodded down into the ground and dealt with by Kulinic. A free header at the back post. They're hard to come by in European finals. Harry Baker couldn't take the chance. Here is Sheremet. It's his 3rd appearance of the tournament. Balakai. He so far has featured rather prominently. He's played in all 5 of Ukraine's games, including this one. Danenko scored in the final 2 years ago against England. Part of the 3-0 win, goals to Danenko, Serhii Bedenok and Anton Balakai in Sardinia. As England take it back, Baker flares it out wide for Robinson. Ball down the inside right channel. Doesn't work. And Romanchuk helping see it over. Vitaly Romanchuk standing on the ball, and that might be because there's a problem with it. Now that's an unusual way to escalate the atmosphere. A problem with the ball with just more than 3 minutes gone in a European final. How often do you see that? Balakai He'll work down the Ukraine right. He's inside the box and forcing a great stop out of Giles Moore. For a moment, that looked destined for the corner. England will be happy it didn't get there. Dunbar, the local lad from Woodgate. Down the line to Baker. Crossan for Irons. Elected not to shoot, went short for Dewhurst instead, who lost it and was able to get a foot to it to prod it into touch for a Ukraine ball in. If you are new to cerebral palsy football, and I understand that might be a large portion of the audience given that it's England, an English team playing at home on home soil in a European final, you can roll the ball in as Vitaly Romanchuk has just done. No offsides is another hallmark of this game. Wonder if we'll see that be pertinent later on. 2 halves of 30 minutes. Donenko. Sheremet. Romanchuk went over. The man from Koval City in Volin. And was a difference maker in the group stages when these two teams met. A 1-0 win for Ukraine. It was his goal inside the final 10 minutes of the hour that was the difference. A lashing drive. Arrowed into the back of the net. Ukraine's 5th win over England from 5 in the IFCPF era, so from 2015 onwards. Krasilnikov standing over the dead ball, strikes right-footed. Baker in the wall, doing his job. Sheremet over towards Donenko. Tried to roll it on. Anton Balakai inside the box. And Giles Moore, well off his line, able to sort that. He is a proactive keeper, Giles Moore. The ball is in his vicinity. He will do everything in his power to sort it out. He's not one who waits back on his heels. Chanish trying to arc one for Donenko. Irons, the man of Norwich City, tried to play forward for Robinson. It broke for him. He looked then for Baker. England keep the ball. Irons. And behind. And Bodan Kulinic wanted to move it quickly. Harry Baker needing his shoelaces tying. It's something you quite often see in cerebral palsy football, players needing assistance from either officials or other players to help them there. As someone with cerebral palsy myself, I can understand how hard it is to tie laces. As Dewhurst looks to free Harry Baker. 7 goals, got him an equal share of the Golden Boot in 2018 with Ireland's Dylan Sheridan. Donenko. Vitaly Romanchuk. Rolls it across. Krasilnikov trying to break clear of Dewhurst. That was heading for the corner. Robinson blocking it. Baker for Irons. He showed too much of it to Yaroslav Chernish. Danenko into space. Krasilnikov. Edge of the box. And another shot Giles Moore was able to deal with. In his 8th international tournament. He's a fan of Yeovil Town. I can't tell you for sure, but I'd say with relative confidence that he's the first ever Yeovil Town fan to play for the England Cerebral Palsy team, and he's doing his local club proud. Well, that wide looking for Baker, didn't find him. Ukraine have it back. Mason Dunbar sorting his own laces out. He is classified as an FT2 Mason Dunbar, which is a classification that the large majority of cerebral palsy football players fall under. There are 3 FT1 for the more severely impaired players and FT3 for the least severe impaired players. You can have a maximum of 1 3 and a minimum of 1 FT1. On the pitch at any time in a 7. Ball forward, initially cut out by Crossan, but Balakai working hard to win it back and flash it across the face of goal. Danenko will retrieve for Ukraine, high on the right-hand side. And he left one on Liam Irons. Vitaly Romanchuk happy to offer his thoughts to Liam Irons, and Ivan Danenko has been booked. First yellow card of the final goes the way of Ukraine's 10. Crossan with a switch. Dunbar to try, nodded across. Sheremet ensuring that his goalkeeper, Boran Kulinic, wasn't called into action. Chip down the line. Balakai off after it. Checks away from Liam Irons and unleashes one. It's deflected into the path of Vitaly Romanchuk, who, as he did in the group stages, catapults Ukraine into the lead. An unfortunate one for Mason Dunbar. He got his body in the way, but it fell fortuitously for Ukraine. And the Ukraine skipper leads from the front. And it is 1-0 to Sergei Ovcharenko's men. It felt like that was the first domino to fall. Who would break the deadlock? Ukraine, remarkably comfortable when scoring first. They see games out. That's albeit with the proviso that they don't usually concede first. Ivan Danenko is down. Irons into the box. Kulinic with the early call and the effective claim. One of a couple in the squad from Cherkasy in Ukraine. Started the 2023 final. One of 5 appearances he made in that tournament. was Talia Manchuk's 4th goal of the tournament. 2nd against the English. Chanish. All the way back to Bodan Kulinic. Romanchuk over towards Chanish. He rolls in board. Balakai. Crossing, getting a foot in. Romanchuk looking forward, but Dunbar able to block it and keep it for England. Irons letting it run. Looked dangerous for a split second, but he had it covered all the way. Dunbar. Baker. Plenty of support forward for him if he wanted, but he didn't. Irons, punched by Kulinic. Definitively so, and out of play for an England throw. Fair crowd in tonight. Don't think I need to tell you which team the majority of them would rather see win. Robinson. Slam behind for an England corner. Dewhurst corner, left-footed, in towards Baker! One each! Sam Dewhurst's delivery was glorious. And this time, the header at the back post was the one that England needed to meet it. Past the midway point of the half, and England are back on terms. That's hammered away by Krasilnikov. Second time we've seen a ball flat in this tournament. Final. These players are putting everything into this. Chanish. Balakai. Watch stride for stride by Irons. It's Harry Baker's second goal of the tournament. Mentioned the one he got against Spain. That was crucial. Does he ever score goals that don't mean anything? He's almost in again there, Harry Baker. Dewhurst. Robinson. Irons. In towards the middle, Dunbar! Couldn't quite stoop down low enough to get the head on it. England with the momentum right now. Crossan, curling one. What a save. Bodan Kulinic. In his final international appearance, wouldn't that have been the fairy tale for Matt Crossan? It took a super stop to deny him. Lions driving one low. England have got to be careful that Ukraine don't catch them on the counter. Dunbar covering that ball forward off. Balakai towards Danenko, who is clear of Liam Irons and in and around more, not quite. Look for all money, like Ivan Danenko was about to round the keeper and put Ukraine back in front. Giles Moore was not having it. Dewhurst. He scored 2 hat-tricks this tournament, one in the opening game against Northern Ireland and one in the semi-final against the Netherlands. He lays it off for Crossan. Has it prodded away from him by Anton Balakai of Ukraine. Irons asked a bit of Dunbar. He was able to prevent the goal kick. Not the throw. Krasilnikov. Shanish wanted Balakai. Irons coming off his man to slam that away. Danenko. Forward to Balakai, who kept it away from Liam Irons. Did well to keep his body squarely in between man and ball. Towards Shanish. Try and feed it on down the line. And the play it went. Mentioned earlier on about classification. Yaroslav Chernish is Ukraine's FT1. So the most impaired players. Crossan away from Balakai. Over to the England right. Baker. Robinson. Crossan. Working in behind. And the pass didn't work. Krasilnikov away from the nibbling Dewhurst. Not from the sliding Crossan, who had Bodan Kulinic backpedaling. When you have the goals played in your dreams? That is not how they usually play, not from slide tackles. Do you usually score? But that would have been quite a way for England to take the lead as we move ever closer to the break. Donenko elected to shoot. Dunbar blocking that one behind for a Ukraine corner rather than directly into a Ukrainian player's path. Not that he could do much about the way Vitaly Romanchuk's goal came about. England coach Andy Smith happy with the fact that Ukraine are back inside their own half. He is Scottish Andy Smith, one of a couple of Scots in the England ranks. The other David Porcher on the bench, a striker from Livingston originally. Fell kindly for Romanchuk, he's crowded out. And away moves Sam Dewhurst of England. And Baker and Crossan to his left, it went to the latter. Crossan moves central, shoots low. And that's meat and drink for Bohdan Kulinic, who's made a career out of doing just that. Springs, Anton Batlakai. And Crossan back in to do the defensive work for England. Vitaly Romanchuk, the Ukraine captain, now sorting his laces out. As I mentioned earlier, it is happening in cerebral palsy football more than you might think. Tying laces might be something that might be done without a second thought for some. Not for some of the lads out here. One of the things that makes you aware of the differences between 11-a-side able-bodied football and cerebral palsy football. Slipping over at an inopportune time for Ukraine, Chernish. Into vacant space, Robinson. And the second time asking, he gets it forward to Baker. His ball in, blocked by Romanchuk, and behind for an England corner. Dewhurst left-footed again towards the back post. Krasilnikov to flick it behind. The Dewhurst corner. Again, Baker the target, nodded back square. England appeal for handball, and play goes on. Donenko set away. Robinson back there to defend him. Krasilnikov for Vitaly Romanchuk. Looking to run it. Mason Dunbar. Donenko gives it back. Romanchuk Got it stuck underneath his feet, and it cost him. If that went the way he'd have scripted it, he'd have, at worst, from his point of view, tested Giles more, and at best, put Ukraine back in front. We're into the final minute of the opening half an hour, and once that elapses, we are set for 2 minutes added on. Fourth official is from the United States of America, Karen Coulson. Our assistants are Keith Stroud and Scott Henry. Dunbar, left footed on Robinson!
A minimum of 2 minutes.
Should have done better.
2 minutes.
He was in a glorious position and couldn't test Bodan Kulinic. Here's Zanenko. Krasilnikov gave it away to his opposite, number 14. Matthew Robinson. A little bit rugby union, how he just booted it as far as he could. Balakai at disposal of the ball. Nowhere near his best. Danenko had Robinson and Crossan of England both to deal with. Crossan from deep, looking for Dunbar. Irons in ahead of Balakai. Ball forward towards Robinson, and Sheremet was aware of the danger and stepped across Robinson to deal with it. Checking the watch from Dario Rojas. Is there time enough for Ukraine? Answer to that is no. What a half of football. England and Ukraine are giving each other very little.
England 1,
Ukraine took the lead. Vitaly Romanchuk benefiting from a lucky bobble off Mason Dunbar. He fired home to beat Giles Moore at his near post, but England responded. A corner floated in by Sam Dewhurst was nodded home by Harry Baker to level. And goodness me, this is anyone's guess where we go from here. Half time from Loughborough University, the 2025 IFCPF Men's European Championships final. It is Ukraine 1, England 1. Welcome back to Loughborough University. The IFCPF Men's European Championships final is locked at 1 each. Ukraine broke the deadlock. Vitaly Romanchuk, their captain, fired in to put his country in front before Harry Baker nodded in a Sam Dewhurst corner to level the scores. These are two of the world's very best, and at the moment, they can't be split. So many questions left to answer. And myself, Oliver Walker-Peel, for the second half, and maybe more if we need it. We'll try and answer as many as I can. Of course, there'll be some that the players will have to answer. Can they answer the call? A night that these two teams have waited a couple of years for, to do the tango again. These two teams in 2023 in the final, as it is in 2025. This is a game more evenly matched than the one 2 years ago, as it stands right now. And so where does this game progress from here? So we're in the middle of another final that is tightly contested, as all good finals are. The two best teams here this week in Loughborough, both in with a shout to be the very best. Which one of them will it end up being when night falls fully here in Loughborough? Donenko shown down the right hand side, he makes his way into the box and smashing it behind England's Matt Crossan. He is England's FT3. You can only have one of them in any given 7. The least severely impacted players. Balakai with Artem Sheremet. Krasilnikov over for Donenko. Romanchuk back to goal. Plays it over. Shanish back for Balakai, blocked by Robinson. Still alive here, Ukraine. Romanchuk. Worn like a glove by Liam Irons. Donenko. Dunbar up against him. As England can move away, Ukraine give it away, and Crossan looking to make them pay full toll. Matt Crossan! Misfiring. Balakai with a switch. She needs to take down. Sheremet again. Balakai. Dewhurst getting back. Does so much right in front of goal, but realises that he'll have to do his defensive duties well if England are any chance, as will the whole team. Krasilnikov trying to get away from Crossan. He does. Artem Krasilnikov to try and roll square. And Liam Irons helping away for England. Romanchuk, edge of the box, prods it on. And trying to stretch every sinew was Artem Krasilnikov. And even then, he couldn't get to the ball. If we need two halves of 15 minutes in terms of extra time and then penalties are best of 3. Penalties was how the match between England and Ukraine was decided at the most recent World Cup. Quarter-final stages was 0-0 after the hour. England losing 2-0 on penalties to Ukraine as it's sent in towards the middle. Dunbar couldn't get there, and Balakai will take it forth for Ukraine. Sheremet. Romanchuk. Krasilnikov. Chanish on the Ukraine left trying to fire it in. And Crossan was in the way. Dunbar helps it on. Baker with Chanish to work against. Back for Dunbar, who settles it. Dewhurst. He and Dunbar combine. Stayed in. Driven in low. Baker across the front of his man. Towards Liam Irons. The man from Dunstable and Luton. Dunbar first time, and Robinson was right in the vicinity. Couldn't send the ball goal bound. England have had a number of chances and a number of really presentable ones. The England fans trying to give their team something to feed off. Balakai, he's clipped. Artem Krasilnikov to take. Man from Dnipro was part of the 2016 Paralympic goal-winning team for Ukraine. Romanchuk left-footed. And that one has gone out of play for an England throw. Just going to show how wide the shot went. Harry Baker. It's the player that Dario Rojas is trying to sort out here, and the help that Harry Baker needs is beyond the referee's pay grade. Physios are on to Comes Harry Baker's aid at the moment. There is Sei Ovcharenko in your picture, the Ukraine coach. Massive part of a program that has been rather successful in recent times. Won the World Cup 3 years ago. Finalists last year and a losing cause to Iran. Won the European stage 2 years ago, as we've mentioned ad nauseum. Looking to continue a run laden with gold. To add another medal to the cabinet. And a trophy to go with it too. Romanchuk. Dunbar trying to hold him up and keep him honest. Back for Sheremet. Presented it inadvertently to Crossan. Robinson towards Dewhurst. Easy for Donenko to deal with. Romanchuk. Now Krasilnikov. Romanchuk! And it's helped in! Ivan Donenko! Right where he needed to be! England were playing with a man down in that passage of play. Harry Baker is a player about to be replaced by James Blackwell, and England aren't happy that play was allowed to continue. Ukraine, by the letter of the law, did nothing wrong. The English players might ask questions of morality, but it won't change the decision. And James Blackwell is on. 39-year-old will need to use all of his experience here. Dunbar in towards Dewhurst at the front post. Well played, Krasilnikov. Behind for a corner. Dewhurst, not his best delivery. Sorted out by Kulinic, who could have been enterprising and tried to pick out Ivan Donenko. He elected just to settle, and Ukraine will keep it. Krasilnikov. Ukraine right now playing keepings off. Right-footed up towards Balakai, who will try and breeze away from Dewhurst. He checks, Dewhurst making sure that Balakai didn't have an easy run forward, and he was forced into that decision. Send it behind for a goal kick. David Porcher looks like he's getting ready. Listen for the applause for Matt Crossan. If that change is to come into effect, he would have to replace Crossan if he's to come on. Irons towards Robinson, and it's out of play for a throw. David Porcher, also an FT3. You can only have one of those, so Crossan and David Porcher can't be on the pitch together at the same time.
Good up. See ya.
He's got his bib off and his training kit off. He's sitting there in a white England shirt, visible for all to see, David Porcher. Change not happening yet. Robinson buys a corner of Yaroslav Chernish. We're past the midway point of the second half. Jaden Kenyon getting himself warmed up as it sends it to the back post. Blackwell couldn't get the purchase on the ball that he wanted. Dewhurst wins it back off Krasilnikov. Irons onto Dewhurst, and that's sent out of play. Over to where the classifiers are sat. Romanchuk, first time ball on. Balakai out of play. David Porcher looks over towards where he would be coming on from. Dewhurst towards Blackwell. It's behind, and is this the time where the substitution will be allowed? 26 goals for Matt Crossan in his England career, 71 appearances. He digs out a cross, Blackwell, across, and Dewhurst watched on agonisingly as it went away from him. Double change, Jaden Kenyon is coming on for Matthew Robinson. And listen to the applause for Matthew Crossan. Wherever there is an England fan in the vicinity, he'll be applauded the whole way round. Sterling England career after a decade of service to this team. Congratulations on a wonderful career to Matt Crossan. He'll be hoping it ends with a win. David Porcher adds a goal threat, and a significant one. England need a goal. Foul from Blackwell. David Porcher, by the way, won the Golden Boot back in the 2023 edition with 13 goals. Scored 8 in a game against Italy. Mentioned earlier that he was from Scotland, from Livingston, and he went to the same school as one of Scotland's players here at this tournament, Jamie Mitchell. It was Mitchell who introduced Porcher to the game, and now he's out here playing for England. Irons wasn't fouled by Donenko. Donenko looking to give the slip to Kenyon, and England as a collective cover it off. Porcher, Kenyon, the two substitutes combining. It ran away from Jaden Kenyon and behind for a goal kick. Giles Moore and Liam Irons not happy here. Ivan Donenko. Anton Balakai gesturing to the referee to go to the screen. We have a VAR style system that Dario Rojas will go over to access.
Leave out,
And
Red.
it is over to Dario Rojas. So he doesn't have an extra assistant referee who will advise him on his decision. He can just take another look pitch side, and that is what he is doing. It is the LSU media team here at Loughborough University who are putting the replays on screen that Dario Rojas is looking through. Massive moments in this game. Bit going on in the byplay. Liam Irons is frustrated. He is the England player who is involved in all of this. Ivan Donenko has been booked. England are trying to get him sent off for simulation for a second yellow card. As Dario Rojas is probably looking more at whether Liam Irons should be sanctioned. What drama. First time in cerebral palsy football we've seen something like this at a tournament. What this will mean, we'll get a lot of added time.
Yeah, I will in a second, bud. Shut up.
Vitaly Romanchuk taking some pleasure in showing the England fans the score as we wait for a restart.
No, I've got to put Zara over.
Dario Rojas has seen enough. He'll go over to the opposite side of the pitch.
Well, and that's that. Let's go! Come on!
He's gestured that there's nothing untoward from Liam Irons, and after that we go on.
Zara.
Porcher wins the header. Kulinic towards Sheremet. Danenko right now the match winner for Ukraine.
Seconds.
England feel his goal was controversial. He won't bother about that right now.
Can't keep going on and off, Come on.
Romanchuk preventing the throw, but in doing so, turn it behind for a goal kick. England have less than 6 minutes, plus what will be a rather lengthy bit of added time on the end. Porcher trying to get something going at the back post. He lifted one in, but Kulinic always favourite there. Sends it long, Danenko. With irons over him, he goes over. And behind for a goal kick. England keep asking the question about whether Ivan Danenko should be out there. Dario Rojas, our referee, isn't interested in listening to that. Less than 5 to play in the hour. Ukraine on the verge of going back to back. Dewhurst. Irons. Porcher. Blackwell. Down the England right. Right-footed, sent it in towards the middle. Headed away by Romanchuk. Porcher with a little bit of time. Slipped as he played it. Mason Dunbar. Kenyon. Sam Dewhurst. Took a deflection on the way. England have got a corner. England's only goal of the night came from a corner. Sam Dewhurst will want to repeat the dose here to get his team back level with a few minutes to play in the hour. It's floated in. Blackwell the target. Will break for Porcher. Always rising as soon as it left his boot. Kulinic from the restart. Ball bouncing, Balakai off the bar, and the second time of asking, puts it into the back of the unguarded goal, and probably seals it for Ukraine. Takes off the shin pad and dedicates the goal. He scored against England in the European Championships final again. The second final in a row he's done it.
Hurry up.
And no matter who is asking the questions at Ukraine, Ukraine always seem to have the answer. On English soil, it's looking like the English fans here are going to be sent home unhappy. Played in both finals previous. Ukraine in European Championships competition. Losing to Russia but beating England 2 years ago. Porcher wins it back for England. Blackwell, the only man in white ahead of him. Porcher going alone. Blocked. And it will career away for a corner. Artem Krasilnikov still down in back play. He will get himself up. Sam Dewhurst with the resulting corner. Left-footed, Dunbar challenging, falls in the box. Sheremet high and Blackwell acrobatically.
Unlucky.
It was central. And that helped out Bohdan Kulinic. We're into the final minutes of the hour. Ukraine are on the verge of winning again against England in a European Championships final. Porcher drills one cross field. Chanish won it down, and Blackwell thought he could get there for a split second and he couldn't. Fourth official, Karen Coulson, will indicate shortly how long we've got left on top of the hour. Porcher. Irons, poor ball, Balakai cuts it out, immediately looked north. He tried to work it back for Danenko, Porcher stepped in and he got it back off Blackwell. England have to go. It's going to be a healthy number that's going to go up in red. It's 9 minutes that'll be added on. England will take some encouragement out of that. It's with their number 9, Porcher to Dewhurst.
There will be a minimum of 9 minutes of
Come
added
on!
time. 9 minutes.
And that announcement draws a reaction from the England fans. Porcher to Kenyon across goal. And if Sheremet wasn't there, Blackwell would have halved the deficit surely. There will be a Ukraine change. Artem Krasilnikov will be withdrawn here for Vitaly Trushev. This is an FT3 swap for Ukraine. Trushev, a 3-time gold medalist at the Paralympic Games in 04, 08 and 2016, as Blackwell had to score there for England. Couldn't find the corner. Great save from Kulinic. A huge save at a big time to deny England a way back in. Dunbar, Porcher, he'll tee one up. Oh, it wasn't far away.
Keep going.
England come close twice to finding one. If they do that in the next couple of minutes, they'll give themselves a chance. Kulinic up towards Danenko. Getting it for England was Irons. He wanted to try and find Dewhurst, and England's number 8 couldn't get there. Balakai out of play for an England ball in. Porcher, Kenyon, keeps holding it for England. He unleashes one on the turn. Trickle just wide of the post. It's looking like it won't be England's day or England's tournament. Irons. Dewhurst from Kenyon. Dunbar will roll it on. Sam Dewhurst. Can he spark something for England? Irons was the beneficiary of a lucky ricochet. Danced by Trushev. It's over for Blackwell. And again, he's turned away. Ukraine flooding bodies back. As well they might. Dewhurst Blackwell fizzed it, and Kenyon was never likely to get over the top of that. It would have been remarkable if he had. Kulinish's goal kick. Danenko trying to let it run. He's gone over. He was dragged down. Right at the edge of the box.
Soft.
The England wall will be marched back a few yards. A Ukraine goal here, and that does it once and for all. It's Artem Sheremet who stands over this. He's called on, roll short, Romanchuk. Blocked by Porcher. Dewhurst will have to get busy. Kenyon with the header, but that won't help out Sam Dewhurst or England.
Who's got the photo back? That's what I'm confused about.
Kenyon
Oh, I've already got it. Okay.
sees it out of play.
Punch and means.
Four minutes to play according to Dario Rojas.
Yeah, in a minute. In a minute.
England were fifth in 2018. Defeated Germany 2-0 in the fifth and sixth place match. Fifth to second in 5 years shows the progression. Second to second won't quite do that. It's more heartbreak on the way by the looks. Blackwell down for Dunbar. Porcher. England needs something and they need it right now. This ball looking to try and go central. Never got there.
Hold him up.
And Danenko, with no one in blue up with him, can go forward. Now Trushev joins him.
Well done. Well done, Sam.
Dewhurst
Really
giving
good,
all he
Sam.
has to the last.
Well done, Sam.
Shanish blocking the passing lane. Dunbar. Porcher to try and find Dunbar again. It will run out of play. The story of England's night. And if you want to go there, story of English football in a wider sense. So close, yet so far, so often. Anatoly Radovinchik about to get his moments in the sun. As the sun here in Loughborough starts to set, Anton Balakai will come off. What a moment this is for the 17-year-old. Was 17 in July. There has been a number of starlets at his age and also younger who've lit up this tournament.
Pressure, pressure, come on.
He'll get to call himself a European champion
That's
by
it.
the end of the night. Porcher. Romanchuk, the man who got the goal scoring going tonight.
Well done.
Sheremet wanted to go down the line. Porcher slid in to sort that ball out. We're into the 9th minute of the 9 indicated by our 4th official, Karen Coulson. England coaches, fans, players probably know that the writing's on the wall. Trushev. Out of play, an England ball in. It's rolled in by Dewhurst. Trushev locking him up there. Sam Dewhurst has been quiet. It's not just him though, it's the England team who've struggled to get in behind a resolute Ukraine rearguard. It's what makes Ukraine so good in this sport. It's why they're always at the pointy end of tournaments, Euros or otherwise. Eyes will soon turn to Dario Rojas, who blows the final whistle. And Ukraine reigns supreme in Europe yet again.
In Loughborough for the IFCPF 2025 Men's European Championship.
Serhii Ovcharenko
Once again,
shows that his team,
all of our heartstrings.
even when challenged, are still the best on the continent.
On the line on this pitch for us today. Let's give them one.
And England, pushed as they did, couldn't get the job done on home soil. The fairy tale ending is not the one we get.
Ever so much to all of the volunteers, to all of the IFCPF staff.
Ukraine, as they did 2 years ago,
Thank you, everybody,
defeat
for coming
England
here
in the
to watch
showpiece
this
event.
in person,
Full time
joining us here and
in the
visiting us.
IFCPF Men's European Championships final for 2025. It's finished. Ukraine 3, England 1.
Website for all the pictures and all
Stay
the content,
posted
and stick
for
around
our
for the
post-match ceremony
IFCPF
that'll
Men's
take place shortly. If you're on the
Championship
YouTube
Awards
channel,
ceremony. Thank you.
you'll have to make your way across to a separate stream. Still across on the IFCPF YouTube channel. But here, it is Ukraine that have got the job done by 3-1. From Oliver Walker-Peel, it has been a pleasure to take you through this game, as it has been the rest across this tournament this week here in Loughborough. Stay tuned for the post-match ceremony. That'll be on a different video, a different stream on the IFCPF YouTube channel. Until then, from Oliver Walker-Peel, take care, stay safe, thank you for your company and support of cerebral palsy football, and goodbye for now.
Treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown.